What's going on, guys? In this video I'll teach you guys how to use an op amp as a halfway rectifier. So here's my op amp. I have my negative and positive terminal and I have my AC input that I want to rectify. I call it VN. And this is what they would call an active rectifier because you can amplify your input. Okay. And to rectify, we use a dial with a 4 voltage V4 of 0.7. Let's assume a 0.7 4 voltage. So it's pretty standard. And here I want to put a bias resistor, and it's just a good practice. RF. Our bias is Rn parallel with RF. So this is your dial. Let's assume a 4 voltage of 0.7. So let's examine this this circuit. So under what scenario will this circuit be active versus inactive? So when this voltage is negative or relative to the output, then this dial is in an inactive state. So the only time when this circuit will output V out is when the current is flown this way, which is, and then since this is 0 volt, there's a reference here, and that suggests Vin has to be in a negative cycle for this circuit to be active. So to explain that, I'm going to draw out my Vn as a sinusoidal, and this is time. So during the positive cycle, the current is flowing the other way, this way, which means that this way, but current cannot flow this way, since that's the reverse bias, and that means that there's zero current here at the output. So my output is 0 for that cycle, positive cycle here. It's 0, and this is V out, by the way, 0. And during the positive cycle, the negative cycle input, you have current flowing the other way like this. So it's forward bias, so your V out will be like this, and the M2 is minus RF over Rn times Vn. It's an inverter, and it's rectifying your wave. And the next cycle is the off cycle, so you have 0 at the output. It's the next cycle. So for a positive halves here, you have a negative output. But what about your VA? Let's call this point VA, and let's examine what happens during the positive cycle. Well, during the positive cycle, your op amp will try to go will be as low as it can to trying to generate a current that will flow this way like that, but then since it cannot go over the power supply voltage, which is minus VSS, it will be saturated during that time. Use red to be consistent here. So during that time, it will be saturated at minus VSS. And then the same for the other positive cycle here. There you go. And okay, so I hope you guys understand that part. Let me go ahead and explain that one more time. So during the positive cycle, your Vn is positive, so current will flow this way, and it will try to flow this way, right? So how does current flow in this way? Since this is 0 volt right here, let's assume that this has to be driven low down to negative voltage. But this dial won't be active until you reach hundreds of volts. For it to reach that region where this will be open in the reverse bias region. But since this is usually plus or minus 15 for the power rail, you won't be able to activate this dial in reverse bias. So this will be saturated to minus VSS, while this remains off until the next cycle, which is the next cycle, and then this can be active. But what did I forget? VA has to be 0.7 volts higher than the output. See, because the four bias diode here. Yes. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah. I was just making sure that's right, and that's good. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please post it below. Thanks for watching.